Maclunkey.
Maclunkey.
I'm getting an
Welcome.
esports ad. What's this?
What?
I'm on our. It's an esports ad. I'm getting.
You're getting an esports ad for what kind of game? What kind of game is it?
That's beautiful.
It's just like a Paramount Plus like esports documentary, I guess.
Oh wow. Well, that sounds interesting. At least
This dude punched a wall and looked like he broke his hand.
people who do that kind of thing when okay, I've never been the kind of gamer when you like rage and throw your controller and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't.
first of all, buddy, those things cost like $90, dude. You're practically
like
spending. It looked like League, like kind of like a MOBA kind of game.
Yeah.
If you're throwing casually around like $100 every day, like and just breaking shit, like no, you're.
Well, if you're an esports player, I mean, you have the
I
money.
guess you can afford it. I guess you can do it.
I mean, that's a red flag in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the kind of people that they throw it and then immediately another controller's in their hand from someone else handing it to them. They're like, okay, thank you.
Like people just allowing them to fucking rage quit and break shit.
just madness to me. It's like, dude, simmer down. It's a game, first of all. I get that, like,
Anyway, Miss Marvel.
yeah, we're here to talk about Miss Marvel, episode 2. This one was called, I had the name just there with me, Crushed, which I thought was a cute name. I did like that for the episode.
Why? What?
Because she's going through her kind of like crush in this episode. I'd say, yeah.
With your maybe cousin?
Yeah, okay, we'll get to that because that was weird. I'm not gonna lie, that was strange. What did you guys think of the episode in general, though?
I liked it.
I enjoyed it. It started a bit rocky for me, and then it just picked up. So it was like, okay, cool.
I'd say that, like, yeah, like for me, it's not as good as the first episode, but that's obviously a thing where the first episode they're gonna try to lure you in with like all the great flashy kind of stylized stuff that we were talking about last week. This week was a little bit more tame. There's only a couple moments that I could really point out of being accentuated and stuff.
Oh, like when Darth Vader pulled the ship.
we'll get there. That's Saturday. That's Saturday.
I'm sorry.
Wait, you haven't seen it yet?
I've seen it.
No, I was talking to Dan.
I said wrong stream.
Oh, okay.
I literally messaged you saying, what a fucking episode.
Oh, right.
You were like, yes.
I was like, yeah, it's good. We'll get there on Saturday, but yeah. We'll have Connor to be like, it was amazing, and I'll be like, yeah, it was good.
Don't ruin
I
this
liked
for me,
it. I liked it too.
Don't ruin this for me, Sam.
I'm not saying
I
anything.
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Sam hated it. He doesn't like Star Wars anymore.
Yeah, I'm
He's a real fan.
apparently like a negative fan. I don't know.
Yes, you are. Don't even question it.
I mean, like, I like things. It's just that, like, I don't know. Like, certain things I'm like, why, man? Actually, okay, well, fuck. I don't even want to get on this because I want to save this for Saturday.
Yes.
Because I have
Miss Marvel.
I have positive thoughts, but yeah.
All right, here. Actually, let me pop open the Disney Plus. Pop open into Miss Marvel.
Yeah, we open in this episode with pretty much a reiteration of that scene from last week where she's going through the hallway, but this time she's got that confidence that she has because of these superpowers. I thought that was a really well done scene. Like, I immediately bring it in and having that parallel.
I thought it was a dream.
You thought it was a dream? That would have been pretty funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was very cringy, if I'm honest.
Really?
Yeah. I was just like, oh. Not many things make me cringe, but I think it was more the fact that, like, not even like a day has passed, right? And it's like instantly, and I'm like, oh, okay, dude.
I don't know. I just think
But
it's
I
one of those
understand.
things in like the directing in these kind of shows that like she's just gonna have that vibe immediately. Like, hell, if I had superpowers one day, I would probably have a totally different vibe like this going into school.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
it's probably the most realistic iteration of it for sure.
If Sam ever starts getting super cocky for no reason, he has superpowers.
We know why.
You know what's up. I got superpowers. I can teleport.
Bitch, you best teleport over here.
You can teleport and punch through someone's chest, apparently.
At first, I don't want to get to another show again. At first, I thought he had termite powers. Like, I thought he became Ant-Man and ran over to him and did that. I was like, no way, dude.
But then we get a scene of her showing her powers again to her friend.
Bruno.
Bruno,
We don't talk about Bruno.
or what's the name given to him? Brian?
Nah, man, I feel for this guy, but we'll get onto that later on in the show.
I like that we're seeing this other chick, I can't remember her name, Zoe, that's what it was, yeah, like, talk about this event that happened to her, and she's hosting this party, and, like, we're not gonna go to that party, obviously, like, and then Hot guy is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to that party, and she immediately like switches gears, like, yeah, let's go. We have to go to that party. Hot guy who also might be your cousin. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May or may not be cousin. We don't know.
Oh my god, that was honestly hilarious to me, though. I gotta say, not to jump ahead, but that like revelation, at least potential revelation, because are we even sure about that?
No, we're not.
We're not. Like, but everyone that I know that who's seen the episode literally was like, "Are they cousins?" So I feel like that's the implication.
Because the implication.
So you're referencing all the shows today.
And then, she shows Bruno her powers, and she like enlarges her fists, and apparently super strength isn't one of them.
Yeah, like that's gonna be a weird thing in the show because I actually did notice that a lot of the throughout the episode where she gets damaged like easily, right? Like she jumps over like a car and falls on the ground, and she's like, ah, and it's like, so like definitely when you get into a fight, you're screwed. Like you'll just get like punched in the face by like Thanos and you'll die.
I mean, to be fair, most of the superheroes in Marvel, if punched by Thanos in the face, would probably die.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
I mean,
not
like,
me though.
I don't know.
I'm being
I think
brutally
like
honest,
Iron Man,
Sam.
like like he would probably die because he's normal, but like
if he didn't have his armor.
Yeah, I mean, if he has his armor, then apparently he's like god tier. But I think that some of them could take it. Like you got like Thor, Captain America, like
Captain America got punched, didn't he?
Yeah, like he gets like they get taken down. But it like Kamala's just like a normal person with like a glowy fist.
Yeah, she has her heart light, and her superheroes apparently nightlight, and that brings us to the next scene where they're having like their montage of her training, and somehow Bruno is just like, yeah, so your power is coming from within you because he could read that. He has some sort of technology that could read her power from inside.
That's gonna be one of those things that people bring up, like in Moon Knight, where like she had that machine that was able to do the star reading shit. Or whatever, they're like, what kind of computer thing does he have? And I'm like, I don't really care.
I mean, like, the star reading one makes sense because it could literally just look at the stars and be like, there's some stars there.
Yeah, but people were, like, bitching about that hard. Like,
that's
they
dumb.
hated
that. This one's like, he's a fucking 15-year-old, and he's like, yeah, I could read your internal biology with this random machine I have.
I don't know. I'm personally, like, okay with, like, there being these, like, really intelligent people like that. Like, I think that we could also point that out about, like, Peter Parker making his web shooters from scratch. Like, he's somehow like made this fluid that no one else can. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I think it's just kind of like a thing like that we have to accept in this universe. Like, there's always going to be like that Amadeus Cho type person that's like really smart at a really young age.
Yeah. But then she has her montage about learning how to use it, and I think this power is honestly really cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool, and I can't wait to see how they use it. Like more later down the line, because I do think it'll go farther than just being like floaty pads and arm stuff.
Yeah.
Like I think that they're gonna do shit with it because of it being different.
I forgot to bring up that they confirmed that the power is hers. It's just the bracelet like unlocked it.
Yeah, they did say that.
The bracelet isn't powerful. It's her being powerful. It's just the bracelet did something to her.
So yeah, I definitely think that they're gonna bring up some sort, not like maybe not like bring up Inhumans in insanely, but I think that some sort of thing will be brought up where it's like there are just people who have a power inside them that needs to be awoken.
Yeah. Well, it might be something with Terrigen Mists. We don't know.
Maybe. Hell, it could even fall into X-Men type things where it's like there's an X gene in people that like awakens.
Oh, do you think that's how they're gonna do it?
I don't know.
At the end of this, like the bracelets, like sent the power in the bracelets sent all around the world, and all these mutants are woken up.
I actually think that like it's very interesting what we're setting up right now in the MCU, where there's like Shang-Chi's like rings. Like at the end of that movie, they were like, "Yo, like they're calling out to something," and like, what is it? And I think that like this is almost connected in a way, like if that makes sense. Like it feels like
Marvel, Sam, it's always connected.
Yeah, I mean maybe we say that and then it isn't
connected. Yeah, and then they're gonna be like doing some retcon in the very next like movie.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Hey, never mind, forget that."
Who's that Donnie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he's like pointing at his head, pointing at this fucking like warboard he's got going on, looks cracked out of his mind. Is it Charlie something?
Yeah, Charlie Day.
That's Charlie Day, yeah.
Yeah, like that's exactly what it's like trying to explain the MCU to people. It's all connected, man.
We got Captain America here.
He was here the whole time.
He's not on the moon.
He's not dead.
I really wish that had come up again. Honestly, like the whole Captain America on the moon thing. That would have been the coolest shit in the world.
But like, I think that it might come up as he's working with Shield.
Okay,
or Sword.
Sure.
But
that would be
then again,
really
they might just not bring him back at all.
He might just be done. And honestly, I can see that, and I'm fine with it. But we're saying some cool stories.
They might come up with like a reference in like the next time they introduce Sword, being like, yeah, Captain America was around for a little bit, or something like that.
When is that even going to happen?
I don't know.
They set that up like
I think it's going to be the
Spider-Man
Skrull,
2, dude.
I think it's going to be in the Skrull invasion.
Okay, fair enough.
The Secret Wars.
Yeah, Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Sorry, wrong secret.
Yeah,
get it right, nerd.
I think at one point they will set up a Secret Wars, though. Like, with all this multiverse stuff happening, I think it's going to just collide into, like, Battle World like they did a few years ago.
Yeah. And then they're just going to collide all the universes into one and just have everything happen in one universe. And
everything will happen everywhere all at once.
Yes, because that is Marvel.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Okay.
No, you won't.
This next scene pretty much is just Kamala and her friend. I don't remember what this friend's name is. Shit, but this is when they're in the
mosque.
The mosque, yeah, sorry. They're in their mosque and they're kind of seeing how, like, in even in this culture, like, there are, like, problems with, like, the separation of women and men in certain regards, like, and the funding thereof, like, where their area is just not as well kept up as the men. I like that kind of thing. I like her whole... I like this character's entire situation this episode, where she's running for the... What would you even call that? Like, the...
Basically just like a committee board.
Yeah,
like
pretty much like the head of the committee. I think that was really cool. I like that she's showing that ambition to, like, do that and, like, try to help her community in that way. Especially led to a very funny scene later when she's trying to get the dad's vote. I felt like that was really good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back.
Scene.
Oh, and then, okay, the true villain of this show got revealed in this episode.
The mom.
the true villain being the shoe thief. That is... Oh. I thought that was so funny. Like, the other little kid that showed up and was like, the shoe thief strikes again.
The kid is the shoe thief.
Yeah! I thought so, too. I was like, that's what you would say if you were the shoe thief. You're trying to throw them off your set. I think, okay, I hope that comes back. Next episode, I want them to actually deal with the shoot thief. Because, like, that's what I'm saying with this show. It's such a beautiful, small-scale thing that you just deal with that.
Yeah, she's just going to be like a fucking small-time shoot thief superhero.
You start off the show like that, for sure, right? Like, this show, we haven't seen any hint of there being, like, a villain, quote-unquote, yet.
It's going to be Kingpin.
So, like, I think that it could just do shit like that, where it's like, yep, we're dealing with the shoe thief literally this week. That's it.
But no, instead they're like, we're going to be saving people from falling out buildings.
Well, that was fine. Like, that was a small scale thing.
What the fuck was that girl doing, though?
Yeah, that was, like, I gotta take a selfie of this vertical thing I'm about to do, and then midway through the selfie, it's like a motion cam of them falling. Like, that's almost more worth it than the normal picture you're gonna take.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we get the next scene where Kamala and her mom kind of have, like, another discussion. I like that she's like, if you
this is why we need Kaz here. He could like talk about all this Indian culture and everything.
Yeah. She brings up, like, yeah, like, if this is about Avenger Con 2, then you can forget about it pretty much right away. I thought that was really funny. But it's very relatable, too, like, when you're talking to your parents, like, after, like, a huge fight that they just had, like, the night before. That, like, yeah, like, it kind of has simmered down the next day, and, like, they're cooler, and they've probably thought about it, too. I don't know, it was just a very relatable moment that I liked between the two of them. Are you guys liking the mom more, or...?
No.
Yeah, because it's very relatable, but it's also fucking annoying.
Yeah, the mom's pretty brutal.
The thing is, like, I can relate to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it. I have that, but not with my mother. But...
Dude, the mom is going to put Kamala in fucking therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, straight up. Like, this literally reminds me of me and my old man. It's the same sort of thing. It's like, you can't do that. And it's like, well, I'm doing it, whether you like it or not. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm just going to do it. But, obviously, because, like, my dad watched the first 2 episodes with me, and instantly he was just like, God damn, what's wrong with this mother? What the why is she so controlling? I'm just like, context, mate, context.
Yeah, some people, man, like they just don't see these kind of things, right? Like you might be a
No.
person doing that, and then be like, "What? What? Why would they do that kind of thing?"
Get a load of this guy.
And then we got, yeah. So then Kamala goes to the party with her friends and stuff. She has a moment that like, and this is a very small thing. I'm just gonna bring up, but it's one of those things I relate to where she gets offered like that drink of orange juice, and then it's got vodka in it. Secretly,
Yeah,
I'm
what?
like, yep, been there. I don't want to point fingers, but a certain person I know with the name G like did that to me a bunch always back in the day.
G?
G. We only know like
Geraldine
one
Waterhag.
person that has a name that starts with G, don't we?
My brother's name starts with a G.
Gary.
George, what have you done?
Oh, okay, never mind.
Little 13-year-old kid stuck some vodka in your fucking orange juice. I'll kick his ass for you. Don't worry, mate.
But yeah, this kid was obviously like a shitlord, and like I appreciate the reaction to it and everything, like Bruno's like defensiveness of it, because that kind of thing is just annoying as shit. Like I hate that kind of thing when people do that. And then
the cousin does a belly flop.
yeah, and kind of rewatching it, like I mean, it did look kind of not great. I'm not gonna lie, like when Bruno's like, you kind of like belly flopped there. He's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, well, actually, you kind of made a slap noise for sure when you
don't want to be that guy. Don't want to be that guy. He is a very skinny twig. That's gonna fucking hurt.
Well, I think they're trying to imply that he's not fully, human.
Really?
Or trying to imply that he has something different, maybe.
I wonder too, yeah, if that's gonna be what this is. Like, if he actually already is super, or not super, but like he's the same thing with Kamala, where there's something inside of him that needs to be awoken, right?
But like the whole scene with like the party was really quick.
It was very fast.
She was there.
For a millisecond.
She saw the guy. The cops came, and now they're driving home, and they're flirting, and now they're together.
The cops coming at a party is such like one of those movie things that like I don't want to be that guy because obviously I haven't been to a lot of parties, but like does that happen a lot?
No. Not in the UK. In the UK, everyone here is just like, oh, they're partying? Oh, swear. Just leave it.
Like, because it just seems so insane that there's like a bunch of like 14-year-olds running around like, the cops are here! And I'm like, okay, like, what the hell, dude?
Fucking hell. I
just have better things to do.
I'm going to incriminate myself.
Yeah, exactly. It gives the writers a nice opportunity to have Kamala escape with, I can't remember his name. Was it Imran or Kamran?
Kamran.
Okay.
Kamran.
Because it was like is haram.comran.
Oh, that was also a good joke.
Yeah, fucking hilarious.
The brother in the show is a star. I will say he's a great presence.
He's a Donnie. I fucking love him.
We get the scene with Bruno in the car with him though. Like, dude, if we're talking about cringe scenes, this is a scene that I cringed at, but I feel like I was supposed to cringe. You know what I mean? Like you're feeling it.
Bruno
with him.
being jealous.
Yeah, Bruno in the car being jealous and like saying everything. Yeah. Like, oh my.
Again, I feel for him. Like it's cringy as shit, but I really feel for him.
Seeing the girl you like flirting with another guy is like, oh. And can't say anything, otherwise then you turn out to be the asshole.
Yeah, because jumping back a little bit, like when she's first showing him her powers or whatever, and then like he does that thing where he falls and she falls on top of him to save him. That to me is like such like a moment where you're like, oh my god, like we have like a thing, like we have definitely got a chemistry going on, and you're laying on me, and this is cute. And then she just doesn't feel like that way about him because he's not hot. You know what I mean? Like,
I was about to say this will be the typical.
Because he's not her cousin.
American show, right? It'll be like, so to quote, like a nerdy, non-popular, norm attractive sort of thing.
Yeah.
Guy is like not obsessed, but like genuinely really cares for, genuinely likes this person. The person's like, oh, that's great. Oh no, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't exactly say he was hot.
It's like, thanks, bro. It's like, oh.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm not saying that because that's wrong, and do you know what I mean? But like at the same time, like there is a more respectful way to do that. Is all I'd say, because like either they're both very naive because they're young, or she's just like, yeah, I just don't give a shit. And it's kind of sad to see.
Oh, I mean, I definitely would say it's the naivety. I doubt that she even really considers the fact that Bruno is into her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I don't really know how to explain it. I lost the fucking train of thought, but if I remember it, I'll say it. God damn it. No, my boys go through the motions. That's it. Yeah, like, my boys go through the motions. He's about to go through the 7 stages of grief.
Yeah, and you can even feel it like immediately, like, oh, dude, the biggest, yeah, because the fact that like now I get what you guys are saying about the Brian thing earlier. The fact that Cameron literally calls him Brian at the end is the biggest punch in the face in that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I am the one that is talking to you guys in the car. I am also here, and you don't remember my name, dude. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Clearly, that guy's got bad intentions. Not bad intentions, but he's like shady.
Yeah, because I mean, it just kind of feeds into what I think is going to happen, right? I don't think he's going to be the good guy at all. I think him and his mother are going to be the baddie, if I'm being brutally honest.
Bruno's going to go with Nakia instead, just to make Kamala jealous.
If that happened, that would suck. That would actually be like bad to me.
I don't think that would happen. But I feel like it's gonna be like, oh no, I fell for the villain. Oh no, please take me back. You're my second choice. You're my second choice. Have me back. And Bruno be like, yes, I love you. I'll have you. And it's like, nah, Donna, you can do better. Just fuck, get rid of her.
Do your own thing. Do your own thing, dude.
She belongs to the streets. She's made her decision. Move on.
This is one of my favorite parts of the episode, though. Again, because it's probably super stylistic. I liked that when she got home, she had like that whole like romantic movie thing happen, where it was all like music and singing, and, like she's dancing around, and then it does that jump cut to reality. Like that's the moments in these shows that I'm like, that's a 10 out of 10. You just nailed it right there. Do more of that.
If I was like watched my daughter come in singing all happy like that just after a party, I'm like, she's fucking drunk.
She must have had a great time.
Yeah, I'll put it down to she's had a great time in any sense.
Because then like the scene leads into still like a stylized thing, like comparatively to the first episode, where she's getting like texts from Kamran like very quickly. Also, like, so this guy.
Yeah, I thought this guy was like, I need your number, so message me soon.
I was about to say, hold on a minute. How did he acquire her number? She didn't text him.
Oh,
is that not a red flag? No.
I mean, I don't know if that's like what they're thinking about at that time in the writing necessarily. Like maybe that's a setup for something, but I don't know. To me, it was just like like them being like, we're gonna show that he's really into her too, which is kind of weird. With what happens later,
he knows who the fuck she is.
Well, then that's maybe why he's doing this. Like maybe that's why he's doing it, right? It's because he's trying to get close to her because.
But, bruv, that's if that's his cousin, my boy needs help.
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. We like
he's down bad.
Until we get the answers on that front, I don't know. But yeah, like I agree. Where it's like this is already weird.
Yeah, like it's a great premise. Now we're into the weird territory of Marvel, where everyone's like, okay.
Who thought that Miss Marvel? Who thought that Miss Marvel was going to be the Game of Thrones of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I thought it was going to be like WandaVision.
Oh my god!
With the ultimate Wanda, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver.
Oh man. All right, and then after that, like, exciting night, she is at school thinking about it, and she gets her power. It shows up on her nose. What was your guys' interpretation of this? Like, what is this?
That she.
I think it's just her version of like getting hot and flustered. Yeah, hot and flustered sort of thing.
And it like comes out on her nose through her powers. I mean, like, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Seems kind of like how you'd get like a runny nose.
I guess
instead of it going runny, it's just like, I'm gonna glow because I'm cool.
I felt like there were maybe ways that could have been shown a little bit better, but I don't know. It was fine. It was just like a minor little thing that happened, so.
It was kind of bad, 'cause instantly my first thought was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, even though it's blue and not a reindeer, but we make moves.
Then Nakia comes in backing her up.
What's going on?
Nakia's a ride or die.
Nakia's a good character. I enjoy her a lot. Yeah.
Sure.
While you were gone, we had a little bit of the discussion about her like doing her running for committee thing and like going that extra step. But I think she's a really cool character so far. Like she's been like a great friend character.
And like the bathroom when they're talking about her like putting on the hijab and everything, and then like she's like, "Oh, I have a gift for you for your driving lesson with Cameron." I thought for sure she was gonna pull out a condom.
I thought that too. Holy shit, dude! I'm literally right there with you.
I'm like, bro, she's like 15. This is MCU, and they're just talking about this.
When we watched this, because when we watched this the other night, like Bai was there with me, and we straight up both of us reacted in the same way, where we were like, "That was a condom," I thought, but it was just two earrings or whatever. We're like, okay, cool.
They were religious earrings.
Oh,
okay. Really?
Yeah. I think so. I think it was something to do with the culture.
And here we are thinking about their condoms.
Yeah, remember, that would be haram. So that's why you guys are wrong.
I think that scene in general was very good, though. Like, her describing, like, her struggles of going through, like, this... especially, like, being a very, like, modernized person in this culture, where it's, like, people think you're too white, some people think you're too, like, ethnic. It's, like, a hard thing to balance in your life at this point. I think that like these shows tackling that kind of thing is really cool.
Yeah, I can kind of relate to that.
Because you only know that you definitely know that there are certain people watching this that are like, oh my god, like who cares about this stuff? And you're like, okay, nerdrotic, chill out.
I mean, the thing is, it relates to me because I have Caribbean heritage, but I'm white.
Yeah.
So whenever I say that to people, they just look at me and they're like, yeah, okay. And it's like, okay, guys, like my family are from the Caribbean. Like, it's you almost become invalidated, and it's like take away from your identity and stuff like that, which is wrong. So I think the fact that she hits the nail on the head with that statement, saying I'm too white for some, I'm too ethnic for others. It's like, yeah, no, I feel that, I get that.
Is she like half or something?
Yeah, that's what she. And I guess that we didn't really get confirmation on that, but it's what sort of is being applied, I imagine.
Yeah.
And then we got
good old Bruno.
We got our I think you guys said that this guy wouldn't be a recurring character, but thank God he is, because this like counselor character is hilarious. I find him to be.
I love him so much.
He's so fun.
He reminds me of someone I know personally, and that's why I find it funnier, because I can just imagine that the guy I know doing that exact same thing with the fucking clicks, the slamming the table, everything.
Yeah, like, and I love that this news that like Bruno could get into Caltech comes at like the worst time for him, where he's like, oh my god, like the girl that I like is like going through like a thing where she's maybe gonna get with somebody else. I need to be here, like I need to stay here for this.
Yeah, man, like you would ruin your future for a girl you like.
I mean, like if that girl was like a superhero, I might do it. I might be like, oh,
yeah, true. But at the same time, like any normal situation, at that point, I'd be like, well, look, I can take a hint. I think I'm gonna put some space on it. Because the thing is, sometimes that works. Sometimes that helps the situation. Put a bit of space on it. They miss you, and you come back, and they're like, no, maybe.
Or they don't miss you at all, and it just hurts you even more.
I like how we're giving like Kamala Khan and Bruno like actual relationship advice, like that they could listen to.
Coaches don't play, is all I'm saying.
Kamala, you're listening to the Ant-Man podcast. Come listen to the Maclunkey Squadron. Like, we can help you out. We can give you the advice you need.
You're doing it all wrong, fellas. Come listen to us. The writer and director of Miss Marvel was actually begged Feige to let him, or whoever, like, basically begged Feige to let the person who directs it set up the Ant-Man podcast to actually be an IRL thing.
That'd be amazing. Like we were saying, that we do that, please. Like that would be fucking amazing.
Apparently, Paul Rudd has been like, I don't give a shit. I'm down. I'll do it.
I had tacos blasted out of my hands in the last movie. I'll do whatever. Like I don't care.
Yeah. He loves it. I like deep down. I think he just loves being in it.
I think it's just fun. Like I think honestly, if you're like in the right mindset, these movies are probably fun to work on.
Oh yeah, for sure,
bro. That's such a funny. I got tacos blasted on my hand. I'd do anything. Like say that in context.
I got tacos blasted on my hands in the last movie. I'll do anything, dude. I wonder how. I really want to know the behind the scenes of that shot specifically, like what they had to do to like do that. Like, did they just turn on like a jet engine like right in front of him? Just
Probably.
I would have cried if that happened to me. I'll be honest. Someone just like knocks out my fucking burrito.
It's probably like the overall that scene in that movie is the greatest scene in that whole movie. Like down to like the fact that Hulk gives him the tacos at the very end. It's so beautiful. Like that is like the most comic book scene I've ever seen in one of these movies, just because you can read it on the panels practically.
He gives him the 2 tacos that turn into 1.
Yeah, that's weird. I will acknowledge that. All right,
Marvel, fix your shit.
Kamala then she's leaving out to go to her driving lesson, and she's shirking her responsibilities not really responsibilities, but her like lessons in being.
Hey, with great power comes great responsibility.
It's true. Like she should be trying to learn, I guess, how to use these powers more, but hot guy, so I gotta go do that.
Hawkeye, what boom.
Nice try. Nice try.
I'll leave now. See you later, guys.
I can't. I get that. Like that's the whole thing with this. I can't believe this guy fucking lets her drive his car. Like how it's
a Porsche Taycan.
Yeah, especially the first fucking turn. And why should I have those Tony Stark sunglasses?
An American. Well, obviously he's not American. He's apparently British. But a teenager get hold of a Porsche Taycan.
Well, as we know, he's got a sugar mama or something.
Yeah, he's got a weird family situation going on. I'm sure it's not even his car.
Even so, man.
Well,
even the posh fuckers that go to school in this country don't drive Porsches.
After the party, when they're driving back, she said that was his uncle's.
Oh, okay, there we go.
She's like, "Oh, your uncle has a very nice car."
And then we get to the scene where they're in the cafe and they're having, which now with what now sounds like such a weird thing to say, but they have really good chemistry in this scene. Like they definitely are flirting and vibing with each other. I hope they're not cousins. If they're cousins at the end of this, I'm going to be so weirded out.
I don't like this guy.
You don't like this guy?
No.
I think he's a dick.
I think he's funny. I think he's like fine on his own, but when he's like shitty to Bruno, that's like the only thing that I don't like. That's the only thing I've noticed.
Man, the British accent.
The British accent?
The fucking...
Yeah, it's not real.
Him being shitty to Bruno is a red flag. Him having a car and possibly being her cousin and still flirting with her is a huge red flag. And there's a lot of red flags being thrown around.
We don't know about the cousin.
Don't like this guy.
We don't know what the cousin
he lied to her. That's a pretty big flag.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you would open the situation with like, hey, like I know that you're.
Hey, so I might be your cousin, and this is maybe your great grandmother who was lost during the partition, but we don't know.
Oh my god, I didn't even really think. I was so confused at what was happening. All of this.
I don't know who that person is. It might. I think that was just the implication.
Yeah, because like, not to jump ahead. We'll kind of talk about this part, but she does. Because last episode I was like, she's gonna obviously go and talk to her like grandma at one point, but she just called her, and she didn't even really seem to know what the fuck was going on. Like, so I don't know, man. Like,
because only the great grandma knew.
Oh, okay. Fuck, man, this is a very widely generational thing.
But she was lost during the partition, and people just thought that she like ran away and brought a lot of dishonor to the family because they thought like she ran away with a guy and.
Yeah, they've really got to go more into that aspect of it because I feel like they're really mean to this character for reasons that I'm like, well, you're not even giving her enough like.
Yeah, there's more to it. There is more to it.
Yeah, they're being mean to this character that like they don't even know what happened to her because it was a horrible time during India's history.
Like what the hell? Like I'm very like that.
They even said that like a lot of people went missing and they don't know where they are.
But
they just assume that's
the thing is, you got to remember this isn't an Indian family. This is a Pakistani family.
Well, that's the thing. That's what the partition is.
Yeah, it was the separation of Pakistan, Kashmir, and India.
Yeah,
and it used to be all one big India, and after that, then they became Pakistani.
Which, in fairness, it was a decision made within the country to split. Basically, one country wanted one thing, one country wanted another.
Let's not talk about this right now. during all this.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but they hit the nail on the head. Like, they speak about it, and then obviously they mentioned, who was it? Kamala's mother's mother about escaping on her own to America.
That was the great grandmother.
Yeah.
It was not Nana's or whatever they call the grandmother's mother.
I will admit I got kind of confused at that story aspect of the episode, but I'm sure like
Yeah.
it'll all be cleared up by like the next few episodes or something like that. Like,
well,
when we
yeah,
get more.
because it went from like discussing the partition, which big thing for that area of the world, right?
Yeah.
Then it went from that to a very specific story about them. Then it went even further with the great grandmother, and it was like you say, at that point I was a bit like, whoa, who are we following now? Like what?
Yeah.
But it was sweet to see how the father was so, I want to say, passionate about discussing it,
Yeah.
whereas
The mother
was
is
like,
yeah.
no.
I don't like the mom because she's always like, ugh. I don't know. Like she's just like, yeah, we don't trust you. We don't like you doing this. And the dad's like, no, we like you. We trust you and everything. She's like, no, I don't. I hate that. like you're just being a dickhead, like for no reason.
I love it when you say that.
We also got to meet Amir's fiance in this episode. She's a blast already. Like I could tell that like in that scene when they saw the cousin or when they saw the Kamala and the cousin like on the date or whatever, that she like obviously knew right away that this wasn't what was happening. And then her interest in like the family's affairs in general, like even the part later on in the episode where she's like hyped about Bon Jovi music, I thought was like really cute.
No,
like,
you know, it was the fucking the mosque's version of Bon Jovi, like a cover band.
They have I didn't even catch that aspect of it. I thought they were just talking about Bon Jovi music.
No, the dad was taking the piss, basically saying like, it's not actual it's not actually Bon Jovi. It's like a cover band doing Bon Jovi, but it's like our style of music. And the mother's like, I love Bon Jovi, and they're fucking having a laugh. It was a great scene. I fucking loved that. And it's like, yeah, that's a great song, but you give love a bad name, yeesh. And everyone's like, yeah, fact.
And then while they're discussing this stuff at dinner, with the partition and all that, like it seems to, I don't know if that's what awoke it, but like the bracelet seems to be acting up, and she literally passes out because she saw like a vision of the person that we see at the end of the episode. But
it's every time they mention the great grandmother.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So in that, it was dormant until they started going on to the topic of the great grandmother. That's when it started like flashing and causing her to black out.
Does that happen at the? Is that what caused it at the end too, though? Because like I don't think that she's talking about the grandma at the end. There is she?
No, but you think she then FaceTimed her normal, like her grandmother, and when was talking about it, obviously she used her power, but then when she was trying to save that kid, she's obviously thinking about it at all times. So that then kicked in when she was trying to save the kid, and the grandmother was like, "Take my hand," and you're like, "Oh fuck!
Take my strong hand.
Take my strong hand. I can't hold you with that hand, child."
I even just like small uses of her powers and stuff like that, like when she's trying to hold her dad out of the room and stuff like that. Like in these kind of shows, like to show things like that is so exciting. Like that's why I'm excited for Spider-Man. What's it called? Freshman Year, I think that's all it's called. But I think it's like an animated show of Spider-Man's like first year. Like this kind of shit is gonna happen where I imagine he's like in his room doing secret stuff, and then he's got to like web the door like so that she can't get in or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. It's always the cutest. And then we move on to the fair where
Eid.
Yeah. And this is where Nakia is trying to pretty much get all these different people voting for her.
Yeah. And they go through all the different groups.
Yeah. Again, another stylistic moment where I was like, that's a cute thing. I love it. The converts, the reverts. Yeah. I thought that was really good.
I love the meme names.
The pious boys.
The Illuminantes. Like, and I know that like we just had the Illuminati in Doctor Strange, but like I thought that was like a funny little like not a nod per se, but it was just funny. Like it's like we got like another Illuminati here.
It's also a lot of context for the culture because I mean it's slightly different culture being having Caribbean, but at a traditional family thing, that is a prime example of what happens. All of the aunties get together, they'll sort of sit there at this table eating, kissing their teeth for people having this like little like, how do you explain, like natter amongst themselves. You know exactly they're just judging everyone, you know, ripping everyone to shreds, but not a single soul will hear them. But they'll just look at you with that look, and you're like, yeah, no, I'm avoiding that table. So it was beautiful to see.
One of the funniest scenes of the episode too to me was just Nakia's like immediate, like when she's like, I gotta go get my whale or whatever. Like, and goes over to the dad and like convinces him pretty much to vote for me, because if you're not voting for me, you're not supporting your daughter.
Oh, dude, she
that.
Fucking destroyed him.
She got him. Shit. It's hilarious, dude.
And he's just like, you fucker. Looks at his best friend, and the best friend's like, hey, what are you doing?
Then they got the Zoe's thing.
They got H3 interviewing Zoe. I tell you what, dude, this guy looks exactly like Ethan Klein. It trips me out.
If Ethan Klein like was
thinner,
I don't know, also a little shorter
and had better hair.
Like
Ethan Klein has great hair. You shut up.
They immediately go for Zoe's fucking like personality of like just wanting popularity. Like, you're the Zoe Zimmer. Wow.
I thought this scene.
I don't like this guy at all. I think
as soon as they did that, and like she reacted, it's like, we got her. Like,
and I wanted more of that though. In all honesty, like I felt like that was like a little too like they didn't even get enough information out of her with what they asked and all that. Like I felt like it was kind of weird interrogation. Like it was kind of a play on the Spider-Man situation with this guy, where like he's like really friendly. Oh, I got you though. You said something that now I'm gonna go all creepy on you. Like,
he went all fucking Camille on her.
Yeah,
I didn't like the female officer that came in and basically just racially profiled.
Yeah,
I think you're just being sexist.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know what the vibe with these people is supposed to be. Like, what is their goal?
Yeah, because like, are they hunting soups for the sake of it?
Are they the new Shield?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, was it DODC or something?
Yeah, because like this is like the people that were dealing with Spider-Man, right? Like dealing with like
Department of disaster control, was it?
That's I think what it is. But like man, like there's got to be something in the show for me where there's like a moment where they say something like, we're trying to find this person because
damage control.
That's what it is, damage control. We're trying to find this person because she's a young superhero, and
she could cause damage.
We need to help her get better. Not get better, but we need to help her like hone this ability. We're starting the Young Avengers, or we're starting Avengers Academy, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like either or.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like. I don't even think it's gonna be that. Like, I wouldn't even get my hopes up for that. I think it's purely just gonna be a case of we cannot let these people like hang on the streets, but they have to be arrested. Like, get them off the streets, because you think he wanted Spider-Man, he wants Kamala Khan. There's going to be others as well. I don't necessarily mean just like youngsters. Like, this could be anyone, right?
Sure.
So I just feel like they're just like in the process of like bag them and tag them sort of situation. You know, just like get them. Don't want to know, just get them. That do not want them on the streets. Get them out of here.
Yeah,
we'll see.
By 2024, the Department of Damage Control has transitioned into a federal law enforcement agency tasked with apprehending enhanced individuals along with seizing dangerous and alien artifacts.
Like, I think that we could see
Shield.
Yeah, like we could see a shift though, or something like that, where like a goal is made to kind of like not to do the whole like Avengers Initiative thing again, but to do like a Young Avengers Initiative where it's like these people they need help. I think we could see. I don't think that it's a crazy thought to think Young Avengers or Avengers Academy will happen at one point in the future.
Well, they're looking at making the Thunderbolts, so
I did see that. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. But they're gonna send all these enhanced individuals to the raft.
Yeah, they got to go back there at one point. I guess we did go there in Shang-Chi for like a second because we saw Abomination there apparently, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, okay.
But like that was literally through a window, so I don't know if that counts.
Well, She-Hulk, they're probably gonna go back because they're bringing Abomination back.
Oh right, yeah. Shit, there you go. All right, but now we're pretty much coming to the end of the episode where the we already kind of talked about this, yeah, but like the kid falling out of the window. Thought that was pretty funny. It's one of those small scale things. I guess not small scale. It's a person who's gonna die probably, but
Nah,
life or death.
she definitely hurt her back. She like smacked her back like 3 times falling down.
Dude,
when
yeah, like
Paul was trying to save her and then hit a car.
this while watching The Boys made me so like uncomfortable because like even when he falls and she catches him, like I was like, you're dead. You're dead right
like,
there.
Like she's crushed. Or like in like The Boys, like if she was falling and being caught by like all those little discs she's throwing out, like it would just be like smack, 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 broken arm, broken leg.
Yeah, like you fall to the
ribs are puncturing their lungs. They're dead now.
Yeah, you fall to the car as a bloody mess, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" And you're like, "I tried my best." I don't know what to tell you. I like that she got her own superhero landing though. Like she like purposefully did that. I thought that was cute.
Yeah. The little.
Yeah, like because you bet your ass if I was like, if I became a superhero, I'd pull shit like that all the time. Where I'm like, I jumped off of like a 2 foot fall, superhero landing.
Yeah.
And they managed to chase her down pretty quickly though, eh? Like the DODC or whatever, like.
Yeah.
Like they literally were like, "Hey, we got Zoe's information. There's a party going on apparently over here. Let's go see what it's about." Oh, there she is, conveniently. Like that was nice for them. But yeah, we're pretty much coming to the end of the episode, where, like again, I don't want to say it, but her apparent cousin is in the car that picks her up.
Yeah, mechanical work. Sorry,
my mother's been waiting to meet you.
Yeah, and
that's not fucking creepy at all.
Yeah, okay, also the fucking DODC, they like roll up. They don't even see her get into the car. Like,
yeah, like she fucking falls over the car and like hurts herself and sits there for like a minute. Not a minute, but like she sits there for like 5 seconds. None of these cops come around the corner like in that time frame.
No one sees her get into a car and leave. Like, what?
Yeah.
You guys are horrible at your job, man. You didn't even see it drive off or anything?
Yeah, like they look the other way. They literally look the other way from where the car would have been going. They're like, "Where'd it go?" It's like, well, not that way, dipshit.
That car made a loud ass noise as it left.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a clunky moment. Not like a big game over kind of thing.
A Maclunkey noise.
Maclunkey moment.
Nice.
That's it. That's the show. That is what's happening. It's just full of Maclunkey moments.
A Maclunkey moment.
Can we get that in Urban Dictionary, please?
I'd like you to meet my mom. Yeah, that's like probably like his great uncle or some shit. Her great uncle. If that's like the great grandmother, then yeah.
There's gonna be some weird shit like that where it's like, they don't age properly or something like that. I don't know. Like we'll have to see. Like again, like okay, what do you guys think?
That could just be like one of the new uncles. You know, like he's like he's a new age uncle where he is in fact the same age he's supposed to be.
What do you guys think is going to happen in the next few episodes?
I think she's going to be like, I'm your great grandmother, this is your cousin, and now we need a bloodline pure. So go on.
Like, I have very little predictions for the show.
Silence. The silence.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just trying to take in what they're saying and just, rather than piece it together, just let the story be told for once.
Yeah, like, because, like, I have no real speculation on that. Like, with Moon Knight, I feel like I was like, I can kind of maybe guess where this is going, but this, I'm like,
yeah,
I have no ideas.
Well, it's going to be like, I'm a great-grandmother, and I'm super evil, and I influenced all of history up until this point.
That'll be the funniest part if they say that. I'm another person in the background that you've never heard about.
Yeah, and I'm immortal, and I've lived for so long. Have you ever heard of the Inhumans? Because we're those.
We're those. Yeah, that actually might be a cool point to bring up. Actually,
Inhumans, to be honest.
What?
I've never watched the Inhumans.
You don't need to.
I like powered through the season. I like watched the first episode. I was like, that was alright, but like every episode, I was like, this is fucking a slog, and I just powered through it, and I don't know why it was bad.
It's actually a good point what you bring up though, but like her getting that when in the first episode when she went through like the vision when she put the bracelet on, maybe those aren't ancestors and maybe those are Inhumans.
You think?
Like, because there's I mean,
what if the bracelet is like the Terrigen mist?
Something like that, right?
Emptied into her body.
Because like in the background of that scene, I even noticed how like there's bigger people, like there's people who don't look human, right? So maybe that is what that is.
They're inhuman.
Possibly.
Ha!
Or mutant.
Also, as a
They
side
live
little
on the
thing
moon.
that I like about the end credits of this show is that they use art from the comic book. I think that's actually really nice. That's a subtle little thing that's beautiful.
Was there another end credit scene that I missed?
No, I don't think so. No, they just threw
cool.
one in the first episode because they're like, we don't care, fuck you.
We do what we want.
Well, everyone was complaining about not having an end credit scene, so here you go. First episode, and that's it.
If there's not one at the end of the show, I'm done. Like,
we want one every episode, but then again, I don't know how they could do. I guess
no,
they could
I just want one at the end.
The next episode.
I feel like the end is the best thing for end credits, because like you're like, okay,
yeah,
what is this teasing going forward? Like that's always what I found good about the end credit scenes.
Shang-Chi's gonna pop in and be like, look, these rings are connected to your bracelet. Dude, wow.
That would actually be dope. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be jacked on that.
Hey, that's gross, man.
Sorry. I stupidly went on, since we're wrapping up here, I stupidly went on the Nerdrotic YouTube channel again.
Oh, brother.
Streamed one day ago. The newest video they have is Kenobi and Miss Marvel fail together. And it's like, Jesus Christ, people.
My brother in Christ.
Can you even say that? Like, can you even say that they're failing?
They're just not happy about anything, man.
Yeah, that's really what it is. It's people who watch these things just to hate.
I would argue Kenobi is at its height, like it's at its peak right now. It can only get better from here, and it's already fucking great. Miss Marvel is blown everyone out of the water, it's great.
I think it's great, yeah.
Like, unfortunately, the only thing I will say about Miss Marvel, and this isn't like a show's fault, I'm not seeing a coverage. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a show that I see people reviewing or like talking about their thoughts like we do on like Obi-Wan or other shows. Like, it's unfortunate because I think this is a cool show. It's got a great vibe. I wish people were talking about it. I wish people. I think
more people are just racist. So
it might be something like that. I don't want to be that guy, but it might be something like that.
They see that it has to do with Indians, and they're like, "I don't want that. Nope, not in my household."
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's just upsetting.
I hope that's not the case. But knowing the world, it might be.
Like, yeah, it might come down to the fact that they're like, I don't want to watch like a show about someone who's not like me, and I'm like, that's such a weird take. Especially as people who watch Star Wars or something like that, where it's like, don't you watch these to experience something like that?
Yeah.
To experience not your life? I don't know.
Exactly.
It's just annoying to me. Like, I'd never have understood it, and I never probably will, because it's more attached to the fact of a lack of understanding and kind of an attachment to bigotry, it sort of seems. Don't want to be that guy, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, you guys got any closing thoughts?
I think French fries go well with hamburgers.
We have finally got a fully fledged Pakistani Muslim female superhero. We are finally breaking fucking ground. We are getting there. It can only go up from here.
Yeah, they had Layla with Moon Knight, who's the first Egyptian superhero.
Yeah,
I would argue, technically speaking, if Layla is modern Egyptian, she would actually technically be the first Muslim superhero.
Yeah.
But that's never confirmed. So in this scenario, Kamala Khan is the first Muslim of Pakistani descent superhero, which is fucking amazing. Like that's yeah. We're finally 2022. We're finally getting to that stage where we can introduce heroes of any ethnicity, any background, and it no matter.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad that we are. Like, I'm glad that we're able to do that.
That's Stanley's vision, man. He always said, he was always an advocate of, like, it doesn't matter who you are, you could be a hero, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I like the thing about Spider-Man being bitten by Peter Parker, and it not being Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
I just like the fact that, like, before they made him actually like the special case of it being only something that would work for him, it was just the idea that this spider bit this guy, and it could have happened to anybody, but it happened to him, and he had to rise to the occasion. Like that's what I like.
That's why, like, Stanley created, like, the X-Men 2. Be like, these people are different, but they use
their differences to help the common man.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna set us up to raid into Kaz. I believe that he is just streaming
Who?
some. Yeah, just
Let's
a
cause some chaos.
random streamer that we've never heard about.
This one
it's a
streamer.
shame, because that lovely English lady.
Yeah,
with the
I was gonna
dog
say
it's literally just stopped.
Yeah,
Penguin.
Penguin was streaming a little bit ago, but unfortunately, she seems to end around this time usually. But yeah, we'll raid into Kaz.
For her server, it's amazing.
I will set us up with a monkey.
Monkey.
You can use
doesn't
that one.
wear any pants.
And then you can. Oh shit, that's the chat settings.
Monkey
Highlights,
doesn't wear.
Second. Let's get in the emote here. If you, Dan, I think you can use this one.
I can.
This one here because you are subbed. I put way too many in there. That's unfortunate, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching this week. We will be back. Tomorrow we might be streaming our thoughts on. Oh, I gotta wrap this up quickly. Might be streaming our thoughts on The Boys tomorrow, and then on Saturday we're gonna be doing Obi-Wan Kenobi. So we'll see you guys then. Peace out.
Also, follow the Instagram page for more updates as to when we stream, fellas.
Absolutely.
And everyone in between.
Maclunkey
Maclunkey signing out.